What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's video. I thought I was going to be working on the house today. We've been remodeling our house, but it is raining. So, good news for Termite. That means I get to work on him this week some. So, if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that we got drive shafts in. I didn't do any kind of unboxing or nothing like that because we got in late Friday night and they were on the porch. And so I kind of couldn't wait. And I tore them open and looked at them before I thought about it. So I am about to put those in, and let's see if Termite will move. We've got everything coming. The only thing that I'm not sure about when it's going to get here is our flanges for our exhaust. But we got O2 sensors, all that stuff ready to go. As soon as we get the flanges in, as soon as we know that Termite's going to move, we're going to be set up to take it out to Romans to get exhaust on. So today I'm going to get the drive shafts in. I'm going to get these guys put in. And I'm going to get the trans cooler lines hooked up. I have changed plans. I was going to do AN lines on that. And I ordered $90 worth of AN fittings because AN fittings are stupid expensive. And just ignore that wasp spray. Ordered all these, got them in, and then realized that there was 2 fittings that I forgot to order. So that got me thinking. I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I spending $100+ for 2 little short transmission lines? It'd be different if they ran all the way back to the actual transmission, but just for here. So you know what? I'm just gonna run transmission line from here to here, hose clamps on that end, barbed fitting on this end, and just have it that way. That'll be fine. It'll cost me about $6, and the transmission cooler will be hooked up. So I'm just gonna do that. It'll be fine. It's one of the things like, why am I doing this? Why am I spending this much money for not really any necessary reason? It's not like it's anything high performance or anything like that. So I'm just going to do that and send those back, and we can put that money towards something else. So anyway, yeah. So I've got to go get a set of straps for the rear U-joint for this end. I had some, no idea where they are. When we ordered the slip yoke eliminator from Tom Woods, they sent straps, and I have no idea what I did with them. I'm going to assume they're probably on the burn pile. When I threw the boxes out, I almost imagine I threw them out with that. So I've got to go pick up some straps for that one. I have some for the front, and I got to go get all the stuff to hook the transmission lines up. And so once we get all that, we should be able to see Termite move. So I'm going to get at it. I'm not going to tighten them up all the way till I get the other side in. Oh, that's good. Got good clearance up top. Jack it up, and so I can spin the front axle and put the other 2 bolts in. All right, guys. Well, we have our first problem that we can see. You can see it right there. Hits the transmission mount right in that corner. I was trying to rotate the drive shaft, and I had everything in neutral, and I was like, man, why is this thing not spinning? And all of a sudden it did spin, and I was like, just hard to see sometimes. But yeah, we gotta just catching that corner. So I'm gonna try to cut the corner of the mount off, get myself a little clearance. It's not hitting anywhere else on the front that you can see. It's just right there on that corner. So I'm gonna see if I can slice that out and get us some clearance. All right, well, guys, drive shafts are in. It all went in there good. Tom Woods hooked it up, looks good. We got a good little bit of movement there, availability. Straps are on. I also topped off the transfer case. It's full of fluid now. And I got trans cooler lines hooked up. So I guess we're gonna fire this thing up and see if it'll move.
Do I need to move any of this stuff out of the way?
I wanted to drive it out in the sun. That's what I want to do.
Hang on. All this. It's so loud.
Not adjusted to go in park. So will you put something behind the wheel,
Yeah.
please?
Say all that again.
Forgot about hydro boost. And I panically hit the brake and about busted my lip on the steering wheel. So it's got brakes. The hydro boost works.
So what's the problem?
We just gotta adjust the Derek, you're right. He told us be careful, make sure it don't jump. It's not in park, it was in, we're not quite in park, it's kind of between park and reverse. So when I let off the brake, it wanted to start going backwards, and that's why I hit that table.
That table, yeah.
So we got this adjusting on the shifter, but all right, so we extended the park and the shift rod, and we got park now. So Andrew's going ahead and putting loom over all the wires. We're assuming everything is pretty close to good. It's hard to tell until you get exhaust on this thing, but everything seems to be doing what it needs to be doing. So good enough for us to feel confident putting some loom on it, and then we're gonna throw the hood back on it. So get at it.
Setting up time lapse. YouTube.
Well, guys, y'all can see we got a little loom on the back. That's not the final. My reverse lights didn't come on. One of my biggest fears with the wiring. That was the only thing that I was like, I don't know. So I don't know if I got the wrong wire up here or if the pin that I put in down there didn't connect good, or so. I don't know. I have to get in on that. But anyway, so anyway, we left the loom just kind of covered but loose, nothing attached to the firewall. So this is not the final cleanup of the wiring. But either way, we got the hood back on. Still got to get some sound mat under there, and I still got to paint the latch bar, and I got to still put my springs back in. But I don't think there's anything laying up here on top. It fits. Well, they say if it fits, it ships. So hit me under the hood. I had a little leak. You can see here, transmission fluid. I didn't put any Teflon tape on these fittings, so I had to pull them back off and put some Teflon on them. Hopefully that'll hold on them. And I keep having a random leak with the fuel regulator on the engine side where the quick connect plugs in. You can see that little puddle right there. Sometimes it leaks, and then sometimes it don't. It'll go forever and don't, and then one day you'll look under, there'll be a couple of drops. And earlier it was pouring. You know, and it's plugged in there tight. I can't push it in anymore. So the only thing I could figure is that the regulator was setting straight, and the fuel line came out and took a pretty hard turn up. And I'm wondering if that angle was just kind of messing with that O-ring in there. So I loosened the regulator and kind of tried to find a happy medium between the lines coming in and line going out, where it's not quite such a sharp angle. Everything seems to be a little bit straighter now. So hopefully that'll fix that. But other than that, I still got to get a filter. I wanted to relocate the battery to the other side, but that would have been a lot of fab work on the fenders to get it down in there. We didn't do away with this, so I couldn't put it here, and I started to put it in the back. I toyed with the idea of putting it in the back of Termite, but I don't know, guys. Sometimes you just like, look, we're going with this thing. I didn't want this to be a year-long project. So right now, the filter is just going to come out, and it may just attach straight to that. I would love to get it over here somewhere. Eventually, though, I do want to remove the battery to where the air filter can sit down here and take advantage of all these good inlet ports and stuff down there. But that'll be another day, another project. We'll just have to see how it does. So, but other than that, I put a little more transmission fluid in it. It's hard to really check. It's hard to tell what anything's going on. It's so loud with just straight manifolds. So, but it's got brakes, it steers, it cranks, it runs. So we've got enough things now to get it to the muffler shop. So it's Friday afternoon now, and so Monday morning I'll get with my buddy Roman, has a muffler shop in town, and we'll schedule an appointment and get this thing out there and get some mufflers on it. So yeah, guess that's going to be this week's video, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Next week, maybe we'll get to actually drive Termite a good bit with exhaust on there. It'll be a lot more drivable. And we'll start going through the process of working little bugs out. So anyway, we'll see y'all next week.